is Brandon Faulkner, and I'm an intern for VillageCore. For other events like this, be sure to check out villagecore.org or check out our YouTube channel, where videos are uploaded in case you miss one of these meetings. In today's discussion, we'll be talking about a cool new library app named Libby. So what Libby does is it essentially connects to your local public library and allows you to access their catalog of free library books, as well as audiobooks and magazines and so much more from your local library. But it doesn't only connect to your local library. It also connects to libraries in the surrounding area. So I live in San Diego County as of right now, and I could access every single library in San Diego County through Libby in order to look at ebooks, look at different kind of audiobooks, and look at magazines. The cool thing about Libby is it's completely free. All you need is to sign up with your local library and then input your details into the app in order to make sure that you're connected to that library. And then from there, you have all your books ready to go right from there. Another cool thing about this app is if you wanted to read the paper version of the book, the app allows you to put a hold on the book in the library so that you could access the book at a later time in case you wanted to read the actual paper version of it while maybe listening along with the audiobook. The thing that Libby does not have is Whisper Sync, where it'll connect to the book and it'll read along. You can read along with it. Libby does not have that. It only has ebooks, audiobooks, magazines, and then other features that are on the app. So with Libby, it is an app. So it's only on your smartphone. You're only able to access it from a smartphone or a tablet in order to access these books and other sorts of things. So you can choose from books all over. So you can choose from literature all over the world, and from millions of people who have written things or recommendations from people. So say you want to read up on a book because somebody recommended it to you, but you don't necessarily have the time to go to the library. With Libby, you could access that book right then and there, and you could read it, and Libby will save your place no matter where you are in the book. So with Libby, you can read across devices such as a smartphone or, let's say, a tablet. You can also listen in your car with things like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or just a simple Bluetooth connection. Libby also allows you to download your books. So say you're on an airplane and you really want to listen to that mystery novel that your friends have been telling you about. You could totally access it once you have downloaded the book, and it's at no cost, once again, to download these books. Another feature with Libby is that it connects to Kindle as well. So if you have a Kindle reader and you don't necessarily like reading on your smartphone, Libby has the option to send your book over to your Kindle in order for you to read that book on your Kindle. You can browse a ton of different books, such as different kinds of literature, fiction, nonfiction, business, anything you could think of. It may be on Libby if you look hard enough. You can sort by different filters. You can sort by authors. You can sort by genres. Sort by titles. You can sort by different series. All that good stuff. So, say you really want to catch up on the entire Harry Potter series. You could look for the entire Harry Potter series on Libby, and it'd be right there at your disposal for you to read. They also have a state-of-the-art reading experience where it'll kind of guide you along, kind of let you know where you are in the book. It gives you a clear and easy way to read, and you can customize the font all you want in order to make the font smaller or in order to make the font bigger if you can't see it that well. It's way better than an actual book because it allows you to have this customization inside of the app, so that you don't have to struggle when reading your favorite book. It also has a very colorful, different kind of audio player. So if you're somebody who wants to check up on what chapter they're on, or if you want to fast forward or go back in the book, Libby has kind of artwork that matches the book title that you're currently reading. As well as Libby does actually guide you through exactly what chapter you are in. So say you miss something in, let's say, chapter 5 of Harry Potter, and you can go back by selecting over here the exact chapter that you want to go to. So as you can see here, it says chapter 1. We can click on table of contents, and I could select from all chapters in Harry Potter exactly what portion of the book that I want to read. Libby also has a feature to kind of guide you along about the speed of how fast the reading is going. So if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily like the book being read to you at a normal pace, Libby will allow you to customize what speed you like to, what speed you would like to hear it at. So say you're somebody who likes to hear the narrator talk faster, Libby has that option for you to talk faster. Libby also has a do not disturb mode or night mode, which basically allows you to kind of put your book down or put the phone down and allow you to listen still, or it allows you to switch over to a function that won't necessarily hurt your eyes when you're reading at night. You can also add your book to different folders in case you want to save that book for later under a specific folder. And you can also bookmark the book in order to make sure that you can come right back to it easily and quickly. Also, we can see here the options to go back 15 seconds or go forward 15 seconds. That's a nice feature of Libby. As well as Libby actually has something very interesting, is it's curated by different narrators. So if you wanted to listen to a book by, let's say your favorite actor just wrote a book and they are narrating their book, that favorite actor would be narrating it on Libby just like you would with Audible. The difference between Libby, Audible, and things like Amazon's library service is that Libby is totally free. So you don't have to pay for anything. You can bookmark as many books as you want. It's simply based on a checkout feature, which you check out a book and then you return it just like you would in a normal library. So you can expand across all your different kinds of tablets. So iPhones, iPads, any type of tablet. Oh, including laptops and desktop computers. That's pretty cool. So you just have to find your library card. So you'd first download the app, then you'd find your library and sign in with your library card, as I mentioned before. And then next you'd browse to discover your favorite book, and then you'd simply start reading and listening right then and there. So Libby has a ton of good reviews due to the fact that due to the fact that many readers love to enjoy just a free experience of reading literature and listening to it, and they have very big different news outlets covering them at all times, giving them high reviews on what they are publishing. So with Libby, you can discover tons of different kinds of literature, anything from books, magazines, movies, anything like that. With Libby, you could find it. So if you really want to discover what's in the news that's going on in the world, but you don't necessarily want to read the news, you could go to an app by, let's say, the New York Times, and they would have something in there for you to listen to the daily news and to also read the daily news once it is published. Libby just overall is a simple use app. There really isn't much in the app that would be confusing. It gives a really simple way to read. You can look up your favorite author, favorite titles, all that good stuff in order to make sure that you have that option to read it. And the way that the app works is through the checkout function, as I mentioned before, or what they're calling as the borrow function. So essentially what you do is you would hit borrow on the book. As we can see here, there's the borrow function, and that would allow you to have access to that book. Or if you don't know about the book and you just want to read a sample, your Libby also gives you the option to read a sample. You can also read the tags of the book to see exactly what tags it fits under. So if it's like nonfiction, it'll fit under that tag, mystery, and so on and so forth. Once you are done borrowing the book, as they call it, you'd be able to return the book in order to check out your next book that you wanted to read. So what we can see down here is little different icons that we have. So these little different icons are the search function, your local library, the playlist that you've curated for yourself, a little kind of like inbox that basically means kind of like return, and then you can also view your history and look at customize specific settings that you are looking for. And also, if you want to send a book to a friend, you might say, hey, I have this really good read for you. I want you to check it out. And you can send it straight through the Libby, straight through the Libby app with the share icon up here. So you can text all your friends and family. You can give them the book and say, hey, I want to give you this book because I think you would enjoy this read. Libby also has different kinds of books for kids and for teens. If you're looking to get into reading at a young age, or if you're just looking to have a fun experience with your child or your grandchild, reading literature or listening to different kinds of literature. So once again, that's really all there is to offer with Libby. It's a really simple app to use. They have over roughly like 100,000 books within my area alone. It really just depends on what libraries are connected with Libby and what area you live in. So the bigger the area that you live in, the bigger option of literature that you might have at your disposal in order to read. So be sure to check out at your local library. You could simply call them, look at their website, ask them in person, say, hey, are you guys on Libby? Is this something that I, as a member of this library, would be able to use? And if they say yes, feel free to use this app to have a simple function of reading and listening and other features that come with this app. But other than that, that's really all I have to offer on Libby today. So once again, my name is Brandon Faulkner, and I'm an intern for Village Core. For other events like this, be sure to check out villagecore.org or check out our YouTube channel, where you could catch up on meetings like this and learn all sorts of cool applications and other things that might spark your interest. So once again, thank you so much for watching.